Democrats are doing what they know best, which is conceding and capitulating like the feckless little cowardly worms they are to white nativist, reactionary immigration policy. That's right, Joe Brandon is hard at work trying to push forward one of the most right-wing reactionary immigration proposals, but from the left, with zero compromise, by the way, to any kind of leftist interest, like no permanence for DACA, no amnesty, nothing. Just straight up, we are doing permanent detention of brown folk everywhere, and I'm going to do it myself as the libtard here. It's really bad. There's no way to look at the situation and go like, well, hold on, what are we doing here? Dial it back a little bit. Why the fuck is Brandon doing this? You cannot outcompete Republicans on racism. They will always beat you, okay? The only thing you do when you concede or capitulate to right-wing framing on things such as immigration, you end up normalizing the concept that immigrants are a burden on this nation. That's where Trump is going to take it to. Trump is always going to push the ante. He's always going to one-up you. And you can never, ever actually outflank the Republicans on racism. And guess what? Immigration as a concept is exclusively cultivated for economic reasons. It's so that there is a permanent underclass of exploitable poor people. If you actually wanted to solve the immigration problem, if it was a problem at all in the way that Republicans claim it is, you would actually target the businesses that hire immigrants. But they don't do that. The way that they target businesses is by giving them a slap on the wrist every single time they are caught having hired undocumented immigrants. You saying Republicans are racist is a racist statement? Yes, I'm racist against Republicans. Anyway, as I was saying, the reason why this conversation has shifted so far to the right in recent years is because mainstream media absolutely also continues along with the capitulation and caving to right-wing framing on the subject matter. It has been presented in recent years as a problem of national security. The notion that immigrants are actually a burden, not only on the economy, but also on our law enforcement, that they're criminals somehow, that they're actually doing a lot of crimes left and right, and they're unaccountable, and getting all of these like beautiful government assistance programs, which don't even really exist. All of this is a falsehood. It is just an abject, it's complete lies. Immigrants, according to studies conducted on the matter, and there's some limitations for it, obviously, undocumented immigrants in this country cause less crime per capita than documented immigrants, and certainly less crime per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens. Okay? That's number one. Number two, undocumented immigrants are not a burden on the American economy. As a matter of fact, they are beneficial to the American economy. That's why they exist in the American economy. There are no benefits that undocumented immigrants can ever take from the U.S. citizens because there are rarely any benefits at all for even U.S. citizens that are documented. They pay taxes and they get very little in return for all the work that they put in. The real problem isn't that there are constantly people coming into the country. The real problem is that those people that are coming into the country are actually being pushed into a secondary position, a position that is the permanent underclass, a position that can be used against the documented labor pool in the United States of America to depress wages. Okay? That's it. That's it.